Welcome to Chapter 11, focusing on the Notice to Appear, or NTA. This is the document that initiates the formal removal process in immigration court. In this video, we will cover 5 key objectives. We will define the NTA, identify its required components, understand how it initiates removal proceedings, analyze common defects, and explain its effects on jurisdiction and case strategy. Here are some key terms we will use. The Notice to Appear, or NTA, is the document that starts removal proceedings. Allegations are the factual statements, and charges of removability are the legal grounds for deportation. The NTA is the official charging document used by the Department of Homeland Security to begin removal proceedings. It is civil, not criminal, in nature. Its 2 main functions are notification of charges and the formal initiation of proceedings when filed with the court. The NTA must contain several required components. These include a respondent information, factual allegations detailing why the respondent is removable, and specific legal charges of removability under the INA. The NTA must be formally served on the respondent, which can happen in person, by mail, or at the border. Respondents have an obligation to update their address using Form EOIR 33. Failure to do so can result in an in absentia removal order. Removal proceedings officially begin when DHS files the NTA with the Immigration Court, or EOIR. A key distinction is that service notifies the respondent of the charges, but filing vests the court with jurisdiction to hear the case. Defective NTAs contain errors such as missing dates, incorrect addresses, or legal charges. These defects can impact the court's jurisdiction, the adequacy of legal notice, and the validity of in absentia orders. Court rulings on these issues are currently evolving. Understanding the NTA is essential for defense attorneys who analyze documents for vulnerabilities like incorrect charges or improper service. Identifying defects can support critical legal actions, such as motions to terminate proceedings or motions to reopen in absentia orders. Failing to appear at a scheduled hearing can result in an in absentia removal order. To rescind this order, the respondent must demonstrate lack of proper notice or exceptional circumstances. The centrality of proper notice is a fundamental due process mandate. Here are some discussion questions related to the NTA. Consider why the NTA is considered the most important document in removal proceedings, and why defective NTAs matter for legal strategy. Here are some assessment questions to test your understanding. Recall the required components of an NTA and the consequence of failing to appear in court. We now turn to a case study, the matter of Sofia Delgado. This case provides a practical look at analyzing NTA defects, jurisdictional integrity, and the path to relief. Sofia Delgado fled Honduras due to gang violence and entered the U.S. without inspection, seeking asylum. Her case involves seeking asylum, withholding of removal, and cat protection. Sofia's NTA contained facial defects, including missing hearing time, incorrect name spelling, and an incorrect country of citizenship. The government's subsequent mailing of a hearing notice raises the key legal question: can a subsequent notice cure a fundamentally void NTA? The government's theory argues a lack of nexus, claiming the violence was general criminality, not persecution. They also cite economic motivation for flight and argue that the subsequent mailing of a notice cured the NTA defects, calling it a harmless error. The defense theory establishes a protected social group nexus for youth resisting gang recruitment. They also claim a due process violation because the flawed NTA did not legally notify Sofia. Defense witnesses will confirm the targeted nature of the threat, showing a failure of protection. Government witnesses include a gang dynamics expert and an economic expert who will argue that the motive for flight was economic opportunity. Defense witnesses, including a priest and eyewitnesses, will testify to Sofia's moral character, the targeted threats, and the local police's refusal to act. The NTA in Sofia's case is defective. The legal question is whether these defects affect jurisdiction. Current BIA precedent suggests, quote, claim processing rules, but the combination of errors may render the NTA legally null, concluding that the notice was not proper.